think he just showed like a real belief in me, which was, what I needed. And that was so kind of powerful at the time.
In a nutshell, he said, if you're an agency leader, you shouldn't be doing that. And I thought, okay, he's probably right.
There's a great sense of reassurance when he's about. He's a great sounding board.
The spectrum from big strategic goals and planning to, should we be pushing out this message or not, and everything in between.
It's just an interesting perspective that he has on our agency life type thing.
What Andy's been able to sort of get out of me, kind of as a leader, but also out of my team who've enjoyed working with him as well, is this galvanizing approach that he's brought to the whole business.
We were 5 years in, a good business growing year on year, but I think like a lot of agencies and consultancies probably had a few loose ends around the business, needed to tighten it up a bit, needed to put some more robust processes in place.
A couple of years we've been working in a particular niche which was proving very profitable, the work was really good, and we, Dave aligning with us then kind of focused on the fact that we wanted to be more of a specialist agency in a particular sector.
We knew where we wanted to go very broadly, but it was quite loose. We didn't have the structure and the detailed plan that we have today. We didn't know what years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looked like.
There are the bigger projects, the sort of the journey we're on, and Andy, his primary role is to keep us on track.
To have this view that business growth is a singular path that you always stay on and you never veer off it is just not the fact.
We're in a difficult industry, competitive industry. If you're not moving forward at pace, you're receding. And we were starting to do that, and I think he's really helped us turn that around.
Andy was able to, again, very objectively audit the business in terms of the real strengths and weaknesses, and what were the elements of the business that were either truly unique or potentially ownable.
Helping me quantify what that opportunity is, what the proposition is, who the potential customers are. Working out
A roadmap, to make quite massive changes.
How you're performing versus that plan, and how we want to evolve certain things, and what's the opportunity there? How can we really unearth it? Can we really quantify it?
A real belief and enthusiasm that what we're doing as an agency is really good.
He sort of helped us set out, right, okay, we're going to need bigger customers, focus down on those biggest customers, change the pricing structure.
He's been great in terms of new business processes.
Other things as well around, the right types of people, who are the people that we need, because again, having that sort of default experience in the agency world, the types of people that we need are slightly different.
What's going to take to move the business to the next level, and some of the implications of that.
He's very easy to get on with, and he's really approachable, but at the same time, he keeps you really honest about what you're doing.
Like a lot of business owners, we have a plan at some point to exit in whatever shape or form that may be, whether that's releasing equity to the staff, whether that's selling to another organisation, and the myriad of other opportunities that you have. And what Andy brings is the ability to plan and structure and focus the business in terms of what that end game might look like, and how we make sure that the business is in the right place for that.
Be really positively and constructively provocative to help us get to where we want to be.
More joined up in our thinking and our approach and our ambitions than we ever have been.
When Andy came in, he really helped me to understand what it was that I needed to do and how to shape the business going forward.
Finding people with experience is not the difficult thing. Finding people who understand your needs and what you need to get from A to B is the trick.
His experience of running businesses, and all the challenges and highs and lows that go into that.
Because a lot of them will just offer you advice out of a textbook, not out of a general understanding and real belief that what you need is very nuanced advice and very nuanced support.
He motivates some really good, strong discussions and debates, which are important in terms of challenging ourselves and challenging the business.
He was quite honest and wouldn't pull any punches.
I've worked with a lot of non-execs in my time, a lot. And there's a lot of bad eggs out there and who don't make you make good decisions. They make you make easy decisions, and easy decisions are often not the best ones. Andy makes you make the right decisions.
Through conversations that I had with Andy, it was always shifting and moving towards a positive outcome, but it was definitely a journey.
You know, chemistry is really important. We liked him when we walked into the room the first time.
He's incredibly impressive in terms of his immersion and understanding of the business.
Andy helped shape how we were thinking about ourselves.
He gets to the point and gets to the issues, gets to understand what the challenges are very quickly.
The trust was in the room on both sides very, very quickly.
It's helping me go through a process that ultimately ended up in a really positive outcome.
You know, one thing that I've taken away from working with him is not to forget that work should be enjoyable. You should have a smile on your face when you do it.
He feels like he feels like an integral part of the team rather than a supplier, somebody who's helping us from the outside.
When you meet Andy, you realise that he gets you very quickly. He's very good at understanding the nuances of businesses, because everyone's different, right?
Great thing about Andy, he's got a very open and accessible style.
As a character, he is a mix of kind of inspirational, challenging, and also very funny.
Clarity of decision making and clarity of what you can do with this business that he's really brought and that we've benefited from. I don't really, annoyingly, I don't have a bad word to say about him.